Alright, it's day 3 of my group. That's my group. My group hike in Yosemite. We're heading from Little Yosemite Valley back down to regular Yosemite Valley, tourist Yosemite Valley. We're going to be taking the John Muir Trail all the way down to Happy Isles. So it's going to be a short day, maybe about 4 miles. But we should be passing some waterfalls. A little overcast, but the waterfalls are nice depending, you know, in all weather. So that's today. Okay, we're walking on the trail from the campground, and it parallels the Merced right there. So the Merced ran behind the campground, and we got to swim in it. There's some people up here either fishing or swimming. Closer you get to the waterfall, the less you should probably get in the Merced, but it's pretty scenery to walk next to. And then this trail has some nice boulders and some trees, and so it's fairly flat, so it's nice and pleasant. We're heading towards Nevada Fall. Now heading down to the footbridge that crosses Nevada Fall. So there's this nice little pool area right here, which is really tempting to swim in, but literally right underneath the footbridge is where it funnels to over a big cliff. So I've seen people swimming in here, and luckily I've seen rangers kicking out at people swimming in here. But getting to Nevada Fall, got to a lot quicker today than we did the first day. Probably do a film once we get to the footbridge. And this came up very quickly. So crossing the Nevada Fall footbridge. So here's the Merced. There's that pool. But on the other side of this footbridge is the waterfall, and looking down into the valley. Well, kind of into the valley. The Merced will kind of snake down and cascade down and then go around and then out to Yosemite Valley. So we're going to be walking along this side of the waterfall, making our way down the John Muir Trail. That's Nevada Falls. A lot of water flow on this part of the trail. There's some water on the trail itself, but you've got these cool flowers growing out the side of the rock. And we've got some flowers on the other side. And starting to get some nice views and a little bit of sun over towards the valley. And we just came across it. We're getting a nice view, 1 minute, of Nevada Fall. Right here. That's the whole waterfall. And it's really pretty. So we got Liberty Cap and Mount Broderick, Nevada Fall. Down there is going to be Vernal Fall, the valley, and the John Muir Trail. We collect some water right here. Starting to wind our way down. It's a slightly different view of the John Muir Trail. We're starting to switch back down. I got a Liberty Cap and Mount Broderick there. And around this corner, we should have another view of Nevada. And there it is. So a little lower on the trail, making our way down into the valley, which is back this way. That's Glacier Point up there, by the way. Getting closer into the valley, and in the distance, you can see Upper Yosemite Fall. So I've got Nevada Fall behind me, and Yosemite Fall in front of me. And this is the trail. It's about to disappear, but it's a quail. It's still here. About 1 million babies just passed across the trail too. Oh, they're over here. There's a couple little quail babies. That is cute. Peep, peep, peep. After what seemed like about 1 million switchbacks, we are finally intersecting with the Mist Trail, which means we are almost to the footbridge below Vernal Falls. This looks like, looks like the Mist Trail. There's the Merced behind it. Caught up with that again as it's cascading down these rocks, making its way to the valley. So I'm going to turn the corner to the left here, follow the river down to the footbridge, and we're all going to take a little bit of a break. which is this way. We're running into all the people again too. It's another view of the Merced. It's really pretty in this section. Walking down the trail. So many people. Alright, so many people. But this is the footbridge for Vernal Falls. You can see the cascade right over here. And around the corner, you can get a good view of the waterfall itself. So this, way back here is Vernal Fall, which is below Nevada Fall. Look right here. Zoom out a little bit. Pretty waterfall. The mist trail though was a lot steeper and a lot more populated with people than the John Muir Trail. But this is Vernal Fall on the footbridge. About a mile ago to exit at our trailhead. If we can make it through the people. Much further into the valley now. So everything is up. Right before we're looking in. Alright, so this is the trailhead for the John Muir Trail, Mist Trail, all that stuff. So we're exiting at our exit point for our backcountry permit, and we're going to be heading to the backpackers campground in Yosemite Valley to spend the night. But as far as our backpacking permit goes, just in front of us is the end of the line. We have successfully made it to the backpackers camp in Yosemite Valley. So now we just need to shower and get into a change of clothes and blend in with the rest of the tourists. But that's it for this time's 3-day backpacking adventure in Yosemite National Park.